Hi, welcome to another Melinda's Musings. I am here with you. It is Wednesday, May the 7th. Nope, 6th. I don't know. Anyway, it's one of those days in May. And so I have started taking, I'm super excited. I've started taking a permaculture design course. And I'm getting my certification. And so recently I was just discovering, the first classes are all about what permaculture is and talking about the different aspects of it. And one of the things that was being discussed are edges and how important edges are, not only for the fact that they create more space, but that they are the richest in biodiversity. Think about going from a forest to a meadow. And so there's like a small bit of overlap between the meadow beings and the forest beings, and even new beings that can only thrive in just those edges. And it got me to thinking about how that is so like us, that it is on our edges and in our edges that we grow. There is the old us who wants to become the new us, and it's in the edge between the two where the growth actually happens. For us, it's an uncomfortable place to be sometimes. Sometimes, people are accustomed to it, comfortable with it, they know that's where the growth is, but for a lot of us, we're not familiar with the edges enough to know that good things are happening. And so we freak out and go, oh my God, what is happening? Everything's falling apart. When in reality, it's just the edge, it's our growth. So there are two ways that this happens for us in a human experience, and that is the edges can come to us and kind of force us into that growth pattern, or we can choose to tiptoe or bulldoze our way into those edges. I choose to step into the edges because I find it to be kind of fun sometimes, not always, but kind of fun sometimes. And so I kind of go into this place where, like, how far can I take things before I cross the edge and into unknown territory that just I'm not ready for yet. So I like to play around with this and practice it in ways that help me develop the resilience to manage it when it's something that happens to me and not something that I am choosing. One of the ways that I practice it is by running. So I love to run. And maybe running's not for you, and maybe the right path for you is swimming, or it's biking, or whatever it is. For me, I know that I can run a certain amount of miles, that I know I can do. Sometimes it's harder than other times, but I know I can do it. And so when I've gotten comfortable with that, I go, I wonder where my edge is. And then I will go and I will push the edge. And it's amazing because I just went through this week where I know that I can run 4 miles. I know I can do that. So I had run my 4 miles, and I was ready to push my edge this one day. So I hit the 4 miles and I'm like, well, I know I can probably do 5 miles. And then I was like, but is that really an edge? Because 1 more mile didn't really feel like enough of an edge for me. So I was like, maybe I could try and see if I can push to 6, maybe. And so I started running and I made it to the 5. And so I'm like, I'm going for the 6. And so I pushed to the 6. Honestly, I think that day that I might have been able to push my edge a little bit further, but I didn't want to hurt myself. So I just accepted where I was. And it's amazing because not only the confidence that I get in my ability to be able to push my edge, and the resilience that grew from pushing my edge and killing it. But then when I went back to run again, it was effortless and so much easier because I wasn't limited to 4 miles anymore. So that is one of the ways that we can practice growing our resilience. We can practice being comfortable in our edges. So I hope that that serves you well today. And if you are interested in discovering where your edges are and you're having a difficult time finding them, feel free to reach out to me. That is a part of the spiritual coaching that I do, helping people to bridge the spiritual teachings of life with the everyday. And really, the greatest opportunity for that is in our edges. So you can send me an email at melindaleeschmidt@gmail.com, or you can head on to my webpage, melindaleeschmidt.com, and just send me a contact, question, form, whatever. And we can set something up for you. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next Melinda's Musings.